Welcome to my class once again today. This will probably be the last, but not the least class for the year. What I want to teach you today is on operator precedence. But before I do this final class for this year, 2023, I want to take our time to say a very big thank you to everybody that has been there for me since January when I started my channel and I started my page till date. I want to say a very big thank you for those that like the videos, your comment, and your encouragement. Those that have called me privately to say thank you. So I want to really say I very much appreciate your love. I very much appreciate everything that you've done for me throughout the year. And because of you, I really want to do more next year. Now, what we did in season one of Learning Python is basically about defining the component part that we are going to use. And we define the component part by talking about data. We talked about variables. We talked about object. We talked about uh, the class. And then somehow we mentioned the methods that are inside the class that will carry out the actions on the data that are being supplied. One of my videos, I told you that data is a placeholder for information and variable is a placeholder for data. Then I can also say that object is a placeholder for variable and then class is a placeholder for object. What I actually mean by that is I'm trying to show you the component arrangement in Python. And next year, we'll go into learning the execution of flow. How does the flow occur? For example, is it a serial flow or is it a parallel flow or is it a loop? Now, in the actual sense, it's actually a serial flow, even though you get to a point where you begin to find loops. And at the end of the day, you still come out of the loops and then you keep going. So it's just a straight line flow. Now, to explain this to you, um, if you look at the two cables that are entering your house from the power holding company, we call it live and neutral. In the real sense, it's actually one cable, not two. One cable coming from PHCN to your house, and then creating a loop or whatever it is that is doing within your house, and then return back to the source. He said, "My word shall not return to me void, but will accomplish whatever it is that it was sent out to do." Now, that is exactly what happened with the PHCN, with the electricity that is coming into your house. It comes into your house, perform the task, and then return after completing the task. That is basically what he's talking about. You understand? Now, science has been able to show us some of those things that we learn in religion. And you know, my channel is religion, science, and technology. I've told you in summary, religion takes care of the knowledge part, science takes care of the understanding part, and then wisdom takes care of the technology part. I've actually tried as much as possible to put these three together. Now, in Python, what I am doing is first and foremost, in the first part of Python, I've shown you the component. Now, in season two, I'm going to show you how the execution is going to flow. And then after that, I will show you the functions that will actually work on this data when it is supplied through this component part that we have arranged now. So that is what we are going to look at. So it's actually input, process, output. That is basically what everything is all about. You know, I told you, and I still say it, that God did not create this body. God created you in his image, not this body. You, in turn, created this body. This body is your own object that you created, but God created you in his image. And as we go into next year, we'll be talking more of this image. You know, when you stand in front of the mirror, what do you see? What does that mean? What does the mirror mean? What does that image in the mirror, what does it represent? What is good? What is evil? What is night? What is day? What is darkness? What is light? One is just the image of the other. That is basically it. So this year, I'm saying a very big thank you in this video, and I wish you a happy new year as you enjoy the remaining part of this year. So, till we meet again next year. Bye bye. But before then, let me just quickly demonstrate to you operator precedence. And then we'll come to the end of our lecture, our training for the year 2023. Thank you. Now, operator precedence is basically, for example, you look at the hierarchy, the president, the governor, and the local government chairman. When you have the president, the governor, and the local government chairman in a particular event, who are you going to respond to first? Definitely it's going to be the president before the governor, before the local government chairman. We are looking at their hierarchy. That is what the precedence is all about. So I've shown you operators in Python. Now, when you have different operators in a particular expression, how are you going to attend to that expression? From where are you going to execute the expression? That will be determined by what? By the precedence of the operators that you find in that expression. That's just simply what I want to show you in this class, and that we call it a wrap. Now, in Python, operator precedence determines the order in which operations are performed in an expression. It ensures that expressions are evaluated in a predictable manner. Operators with higher precedence are evaluated first. Understanding operator precedence is crucial for writing correct and efficient Python code. It helps in avoiding ambiguity and ensures that expressions are evaluated as intended. Now, common operators and their precedence. Arithmetic operators. Now, looking at it from high to low, exponentiation, just like we have BODMAS, in BODMAS in mathematics, we tell you it is bracket of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. That is what they simply tell you at BODMAS. That concept is what we are calling operator precedence. So then we have binary positive and negative. Then we have the multiplication, division, floor division, modulus, then addition and subtraction. So then you have comparison operators. You have the equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to. This is in accordance to their precedence. That is what it's showing you. Now, then we have greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, which is what you are seeing here. Then logical operators. We have not, logical not, and logical and, or logical or, and then bitwise operators. So looking at this example, I declare this variable and then this other variable, this other variable. So this is just an expression. This E, then you say in bracket, A plus B multiplied by C divided by D. So which of these are you going to work on first? How will you execute this mathematics? Then whatever the value is will now be reassigned to what? To E. The initial assignment of E is what? 0. Now when you now work on this expression, you now reassign the value to E and then you print out the value of E. What will it be? So what I'm going to do is I will just simply copy this and then place it in my PyCharm and execute for you to see. All right, so this is what we have. Now, a variable A, we assign 30 to A, we assign 20 to B, we assign 10 to C, we assign 5 to D, and then we assign 0 to E. And then in our expression, E equals to, not equals to, E assign the value of this expression to E. So A plus B in bracket multiplied by C divided by D. So this one would be something like this. Let me put it in comment box. Let me put it in comment. So I will say now in bracket, A will be what? 30 plus B, which is what? 20. And then we'll close the bracket and then multiply by C, which is what? 10. And then we divide by D, which is what? 5. Now, what will be the answer to this? So how will you work on this expression? So looking at this expression, we have in bracket. So in operator precedence, anything that is inside the bracket, just like you have in BODMAS, which is bracket, will have to be operated first. So you have 30 plus 20, that will be 50. So 50 multiplied by 10 divided by 5. Now, multiplication and division have the same precedence. Because they have the same precedence, how will you now work on them? When you have two operators that have the same precedence in an expression, another rule will have to be applied, and that is what? Their associativity rule, meaning you will have to operate it from left to right. Like in this case now, it is from left to right. But there are some operators that will have to be from right to left, which is the unary operator, for example. If it is the unary operator, it is from right to left. But in the case of these arithmetic operators, it's going to be from left to right. Now, 30 plus 20 will give us 50. Now, 50 times 10 divided by 5. Multiplication and division are having the same precedence. So bringing in the associativity rule, it means that you are going to come from left to right. So it will be 50 multiplied by 10. That will be what? 500. Then divided by 5. That will give us 100. So the value of um, this expression will be what? 100. Now let's execute it and see what it will give us as our output. Now can you see? Value of A plus B multiplied by C divided by D is 100. And now when you have this arithmetic expression, it's usually returned in float. So that's why you're having it as 100.0. So it's in float. So this is basically what I want to show you. Now, if you study further, you will understand the different operator precedence that we have, and then you will use them in any of your expression. So operator precedence is what enables you to actually calculate or get out the correct value. Because if you don't follow the rules, then your expression will give you a wrong output. So that is basically what I want to share with you. And that brings us to the end of season 1 of learning Python. So next year, we are going to continue learning Python with season 2. So till then, enjoy your holiday. God bless you, and bye-bye.